الحمد لله يحب المتقين ويجزي المحسنين وأصلي وأسلم على رسول الله. الحمد لله على نعمة الإسلام فأعظم وأكرم بها بالنعم، وأصلي وأسلم على رسول الله. أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله، ومن يتق الله يجعل له من أمره يسرا، فاتقوا الله ما استطعتم. Dear respected brothers and sisters, I start by saying in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, peace be upon this Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. I remind you and myself before you that we should try to fear Allah to the best of our ability. It is your right upon me to know what will be the topic and what will be the constituents of the topic. The topic is called in Arabic al-thabat. Of course, you cannot find an English equivalent, exactly equivalent to the word thabat, but the nearest term to the word thabat in English is, you can say, steadfastness. To be steadfast. Steadfast, adjective, steadfastness, or stability. Or to make it simple, to keep on the track. Any track? No. The track of righteousness, the straight path. I will tackle this topic, God willing, from 4 points of view. In the beginning, I will clarify to you, brothers and sisters, that it is a must. The concept of thabat, steadfastness, stability in the path, is a must upon every sincere Muslim. Number 2, I will tell you why did I choose to talk about this topic. Number 3, I will mention to you some of things that threatens steadfastness. ما يهدد الثبات. مطلب أساسي لكل مسلم مخلص. 2, لماذا اخترته? Why did I choose it? 3, ما يهدد الثبات. What threatens steadfastness? Number 4, ways, means to gain and to have steadfastness on the path without wavering here and there. Of course, there are many ways, but I will just suffice with 10 of them. I will mention 6, God willing, inshallah, in the first sermon, and then I will mention the remaining 4 in the second sermon. Now I can proceed. When we talk about thabat, steadfastness, stability, keeping on the track, we talk about something which is a must and of great necessity for every sincere Muslim. Why did I choose it? Many reasons. At this time and age, and at every age, but it is, intensifying at our age. You will find that sometimes you are in conflict with the world. No, not only the world. With your society, no, maybe later on. With your colleagues, maybe. With your family, maybe. But the big dilemma that sometimes you find yourself that you are in conflict with yourself. Inner conflict. And at this stage, you need steadfastness. You need to be stable. Because there will be this kind of confliction and confrontation and conflict. A lot of feelings, emotions, feeling is going within yourself. Do I do this or this? Shall I submit to my desires or to the misconcept or no? So it is conflict. And this life will be conflict until we meet our Creator. But we pray to Allah to help us to overcome this conflict. Number two, the circle will be a little bit bigger, so you will have a conflict within sometimes your family, sometimes with your colleagues. And this applies to all Muslims, but in particular to newly reverts. New reverts, they go through this conflict. They embrace Islam, then they have to change a lot of things, habits, friends, program of the day. So this conflict, get them to have some kind of, I will not call it confrontation, but I would say some kind of giving and taking. And here where you have the reward, the ajr, that the longer you are patient with this change and shift in your life, the more, and also the longer you are tolerant and be patient with your family, the more reward you will have. The circle will get bigger. So start with yourself, your family, your colleagues, then with the society that you are living within. Sometimes you find yourself, you are a stranger. But you are a stranger and you are on the right track. See? Don't be discouraged. Don't be disheartened. Sometimes you find yourself that you are out of place, out of time. But don't worry. This is expected. Any person who values, if you have values, ethics, surely within the society surrounding you, you will find yourself maybe lonely, isolated, and stranger. Don't worry. This loneliness will end up in your favor. Then I will come to the bigger circle. That is within the world that you are living. You hear every now and then a lot of, I call it, fitna, ordeals, tribulation. And as a Muslim, you have to deal with yourself, you have to deal with your family, you have to deal with your colleagues, you have to deal with your society, and you have to deal with the world. The world, as they say, became a small village. And that is why you, as a mu'min, as a believer, you have a great reward, because it's not an easy life. This life is an ordeal, a test. So you will be going through all this kind of conflict, starting from yourself, ending up with the world around you. And lucky he who stays on the right path and does not make concessions for his or her values and ethics and so on. Number three, when you study these conflicts, you'll find that it doesn't escape two things. Any sin or any devious act or any misacts or any doubtful acts, you will find that the source of this act, either one of the two. Either shubha, doubtful act or misconcept, so it gets you to do what you do. Shubha, it is doubtful, something is not clear, or you have a misconcept, so you do what you do. Or shahwa, in Arabic, it means desire, whims. It doesn't reach the state of lust, because lust, it's not confined only to sexual lust. No, you could have lust for position. You could have lust for show off. You like to show off. So I remind you, we talk about shubha, doubtful act, something not clear in your mind. You grow up in a society, you find they do this, so you do it. Shubha. Or desire, self, whims, or lust. Study it yourself, and you notice that anything that gets you a little bit wavering and devious from the right track, you'll find the source. Either it could be shubha or shahwa. It could be doubtful acts, You just follow the society, it would go to the source, or it could be shahwa. Let me make it clear. Shubha. Satan will come to you, and by the way, you have to be careful. I mentioned it a few weeks ago. I said, Satan will come to you, insinuation, waswas, insinuation. So, the most dangerous and the most threatening for you and me, when Satan comes to you and to me through what looks like, I'll say it again, what looks like obedience. For example, you say, you love the Prophet? He's talking, yes, of course I love him. No, you don't. How can? You don't celebrate the birth of Prophet Muhammad. You see, Satan came to you through obedience. So those people who follow the culture, the custom of their country, they become a victim of this shubha, this doubtful act. And you find themselves celebrating something that is not stated in either in the Quran, nor in the prophetic tradition. None of the Sahaba did it. The Prophet, peace be upon him, did not recommend it. Yet, because we are victim of the shubha, we do it, thinking that we are coming closer to Allah and to His Prophet, and we are going far. It is bid'ah, it is innovation, and innovation might lead to hellfire. If it's shahwa, that is when desire, that is easy, you know. Satan will come to you and say, well, you commit fornication, you drink alcohol. You know, it's obvious. You think there is a conflict in it. So it's, and do it or not do it. But this doesn't happen with the shubha. The shubha, you think you are doing the right thing. And this is the dangers that confront you and me. That Satan chooses to come to you through shubha, not shahwa. Because shahwa is obvious. You notice that within yourself, you notice it is wrong to do. But because your faith is weak, you do it. And then you say, I'll make istighfar, I will ask, supplicate to Allah to forgive me. So you know it's already beforehand that it is a sin. But what threatens you and me is the shubha, the thing that you've been doing for years, thinking that you are doing the right thing, and you are not doing the right thing. And the problem, you have the sin of all those who followed you. You notice when you are educated, and then you do what you do, it is innovation, bid'ah. So they will follow you. They will say, Abdul Majid is a good person, he's devout Muslim, he's doing it. They will do it. Then the sin will not be only on you, all those who followed what you did until the day of judgment. The Prophet, peace be upon him, warned us about this. He said, there will be a time, and I think we are living it. I think we are living at this time. There will be a time when he who is keeping to his deen, to his religion, as if he is holding live coal. Imagine you go for a barbecue, and then who can dare to pick a live coal burning his hand? It is a kind of simile that the Prophet, peace be upon him, told us, that there will be a time when the true believer feel that he's lonely, feel that he's stranger, and he tries to keep his faith, and he struggles to do so, as if he is holding in his flesh, in his hand, a live coal, a burning coal. Now I'll move to the next stage. How to keep al-thabat, how to keep yourself steadfast on the right path, because it's a matter of stability. You want to meet Allah while you are on the right track that would lead you where? To paradise. You don't want to deviate here or there, then your feet will slip and you will be, I don't know what will be the end. So every one of you, sure, he or she would like to know what are the ways, the means that will help me to be steadfast, to be stable on the right path until death comes. I'll summarize it to you in 10 points. I will just mention 6 of them in the first khutbah, and as I mentioned to you, I will leave the remaining 4 in the second khutbah. Number 1, the Quran, the Holy Quran. In what way? Allah says, إِنَّ هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ يَهْدِي لِلَّتِي هِيَ أَقْوَمُ. This Quran directs you to whatever is good. So, stick to the Quran. The Quran is protection, especially in the days of tribulation, in the days of innovation, bid'ah. Your refuge and your safe front, or even comfort front, is the Quran. Is it the Quran just a recitation? No, recitation is good, but contemplation. Allah in the Holy Quran all the time, nearly most of the time, say, don't they ponder, أَفَلَا يَتَفَكَّرُونَ أَفَلَا يُبْصِرُونَ. Don't they ponder? So you hold the Quran and you see all this tribulation around you. You escape to the Quran. You read the Quran and you read many stories. You read things that will help you to be steadfast in the right path. Number 2, an amal salih, good deed. Do something good according to the prophetic tradition, not according to what your culture taught you, or some people who are not knowledgeable about Islam told you. They think you take it for granted as if it is correct. The Muslim world is full of innovation, unfortunately. Why? Because we just inherited it. We did not sit with ourselves and say, okay, what am I doing? What my father is doing? Was this in the Quran? Let me see. If it's in the Quran, do it and stick to it. If it's in the prophetic tradition, do it. But if it's out of the culture, in the custom, when you are in the grave, custom and culture will not help you, will not protect you. We are lucky that the Prophet, peace be upon him, he left to us a very clear path. That is the Quran and the prophetic tradition. Number 3, تدبر قصص الأنبياء. To contemplate, to study about the stories of previous prophets. You notice that they passed through a lot of tribulation. Even their life was threatened. Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, he passed a lot of hardship. See, to the extent one time, he was stoned to the extent that his feet were bleeding through the people of At-Taif. Moses, Jesus, peace be upon all of them, they passed through a lot of hardship. So they kept on the right. When you read about the prophet, and they are prophets, not like ordinary people like you and me, yet they passed through a lot of tribulation, a lot of test, a lot of hardship. This will make it easy upon you that you say, look, they are prophets and they went through this. So Allah, help me to be steadfast on the right path until I meet you. Number 4, a dua, supplication. In the Holy Quran it says, رَبِّنَا لَا تُزِغْ قُلُوبَنَا بَعْدَ إِذْ هَدَيْتَنَا. Oh Allah, do not get ourselves to be wavering away from the right path after you have guided us already. So you make dua. Whenever you are surrounded by this fitna, tribulation, this innovation, go straight away to Allah and make supplication. Oh Allah, save me from what's going on. Oh Allah, keep me steadfast on the right path. Oh Allah, give me strength of faith so I will not lose the track, and that will be a big problem. Before the last, suluk tariq Ahl Sunnah. Stick to the people of Ahl Sunnah. Who are Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah? They are the people who are following the Quran and the prophetic traditions, not giving the upper hand for the culture, the customs, what some ulama are saying. No, go to the source, the Quran and the prophetic tradition. I'll give you an example. The Muslim world, unfortunately, is full of devious sects, firaq munharifa, devious sects. Sometimes you find Sufism, sometimes you find Shi'ism, Qadianism, all of these isms, you see. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, predicted this. Predicted there will be a time that, his nation will be divided into 73. all of them in hellfire except one. They asked, "Oh Prophet, who are they?" He said, "Ma ana alayhi wa ashabi." What I am doing on my companion. That is the manhaj, the way that the Prophet peace be upon him. So may Allah make us among those safe sect, al-firq al-najiyah, inshallah. So our world is full of all these devious. It is devious to the extent that sometimes you get people in some Muslim countries, unfortunately, they are abadat al-shaytan, worshipper of what? Of Satan. To the extent that we hear, not in Western or Eastern countries, Muslim countries, you find a group of youth and they are worshipping Satan. It is something really threatening. That's why we are in a great need to pray to Allah to keep us steadfast. Otherwise, our feet will slip, and then we'll be off the track instead of being on the track. So you have to take the way, to follow the way of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, the people of the real mainstream Islam, not all these devious acts. And finally, الشعور بالاصطفاء. You should feel the distinction that Allah has given you. How? By being a Muslim. Imagine, study the world and see, as I told you, some people are worshipping, what do you call it? The feminine sexual part. Some Hindus believe. Some people are worshipping Satan. Some people worshipping the moon. I met them in the United States. Sometimes they are in millions in the United States. They call themselves the Moonies, Al-Qamariyun, the Moonies. And they wait when the moon is full, they go out and worship the moon. So praise Allah. Be happy that Allah has chosen you and you are a Muslim. Who knows? It could have been you and me. You could have been a Hindu, or even an atheist or whatever. But Allah has chosen to guide us. We should be very appreciative of this great blessing. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Now I will just finalize my speech with the remaining four elements that will help you to be steadfast on the right path. ممارسة الدعوة. To practice da'wah. Our ulama say, إذا لم تدعو فأنت مدعو. If you do not call, you yourself will be called. And called to what? Who knows? Maybe you will be called to a devious sect and then you lost. You lose this life and the hereafter. So ممارسة الدعوة, practicing da'wah. Da'wah is a must. Since the time when the Prophet peace be upon him in the farewell sermon, خطبة الوداع, he said, "Oh Allah, witness, have I passed the information to you?" All the Sahaba, they said yes. So he said, Allahumma fashhad. Oh Allah, witness, I passed the responsibility from that day to the followers. And who are they? You and me. So you should practice da'wah. It is not something elective or something, by choice. And remember, if you do not call, you will be called. Remember it. Take it as a motto. If you do not call people to the right path, you'll find yourself being called to something, either shubha, doubtful acts, or shahwa. Be careful. Protect yourself to be in the right path, in the right track, by practicing da'wah. Da'wah by writing, talking, and the most effective da'wah is example. That you yourself become or make yourself example. They say, they are correct when they say that acts or action is stronger than words. Number 8, suhbah, company. I'll give you an example. When you have a flock of sheep, do you think the wolf will come right in the middle of this flock? No. I saw it even in the wild world, you know, when the lion is about to take some of gazelle or whatever, you notice that he will see which one is away from the group. Then take it. It will be a victim. Likewise, as a Muslim, be with the Jama'ah, be with the good company. Otherwise, you and me are weak. We are liable to be victim either of shahwa or shubha. So be careful. Be with the group. You are weak by yourself. Satan will be stronger if he isolates you away from the Jama'ah, from the good company. Make sure that you make a good company. Number 9. عدم الاغترار بكثرة الباطل. Sometimes you are disheartened to the extent they say, but all people are doing this. All people are devious. What is happening? I go to the mosque and it's only about the first line and the rest of the mosque is empty. Don't be disheartened because this is predicted in the Quran. وَمَا أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ وَلَوْ حَرَصْتَ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. The Prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing the Prophet and say, don't be sad, you know. Don't expect that all the people will be good believers. So don't be misled by the majority. Don't make this majority mislead you, or dishearten you, or discourage you. Yes, you find people who are, you know, faithful. They are the minority, but lucky are those minority because at the end they are the successful one. At the end they will be rewarded with paradise. So again, I warn yourself and myself and yourself that don't be misled by the corruption that is spreading. Many people are doing this corruption, and I am only one person. What can I do now? Satan is coming to you through this way. Say, no, I know that people who are steadfast are few, but inshallah I'll be with those few. Because at the end, the good result will be for those who are few. And finally, as-sabr. As-sabr, as-sabr. Patient. The Holy Quran says, ألف لام ميم حسب الناس أن يتركوا أن يقولوا آمنا وهم لا يفتنون ولقد فتنا الذين آمنوا ولقد فتنا الذين من قبل فلا يعلمن الله الذين صدقوا ولا يعلمن الصابرين. أو كما هي الآية ألف لام ميم حسب الناس أن يتركوا أن يقولوا آمنا وهم لا يفتنون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing this in this verse by saying Alif Lam Mim. Do people expect, that is believer, that they will say we are believer without going through the test? No, it's not like this. You will go through the test. It's not easy to have a lip service and say I am a believer, I am mu'min. The Quranic verse states to us that don't expect this, that the people that will be left alone and say we are believer. No, Allah will put us through a test. It could be a different test in order so Allah will know those who are on the right path and those who are truthful and those who are not. With this I conclude. So I will just conclude by saying إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون فاذكروا الله يذكركم واشكروه على نعمه يزدكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون وأقم الصلاة.